Everybody, it's me, Miss You, and I'm going to be going over the Snail CAM. This is getting a little more challenging, but we start off the same way by adding the variables, and the variable that we're starting off with, of course, is the nominal distance or the nominal dimension of 2 inches. The whole dimension of 0.25 and the extrusion dimension also of 0.25. Okay, that's set up. Now we're going to go to front view. We are going to look at it carefully, go to the sketch, and looking at the Snail CAM, you could see that the arcs are getting bigger and bigger. We start off with d over 2, then we go to d over 4, and then below it, underneath d over 4 is actually d over 3. So we're going to create 3 concentric circles using diameter. So here I have a center point circle, and we're going to do construction, and we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 circles, and now we're going to dimension them all. The biggest one is going to be d over 2. I'm going to go d divided by 2. The next one is going to be d over 3. And the last one is going to be d over 2, the smallest one. Okay. Somehow I lost that circle, so let me see what happened to it. I'm going to go back. Yeah, and here we are. I have my 3 circles. I just want to see this dimension. This dimension is d over 4. Okay, d over 4, and this one actually, yeah, that worked. D over 2, 3, and d over 2. So we are all set. Okay, the next step, we're going to draw a line from, here we go. We're going to draw a line from d over 2 to d over 4. And we have our line. Next, we're going to draw an arc from d over 4 to d over 3. I'm going to take the arc. I'm going to go 1. This is d over 4, and this is d over 3. And we're going to, there we go, right. We want it to be right coincident with the line. You see the center? We want the center right to be right on the axes. And in fact, I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to try to make it coincident. Here we go, from here to here. There we go. Our next arc, select the arc, is going to be from the bottom of d over 3 to the top of d over 4. So here it is. And again, we want it to be lined up very nicely. Excellent. And I'm going to do a coincident point, the dot and the line, the axis, and I'm not sure what happened, but I'm going to go back one. There we go, lined up on its own. So the next step is we're going to create the center point. And of course, we're going to dimension it. Okay, and I'm going to dimension it with an H for hole. And H for hole. And our sketch is done. We're going to extrude it. And we're going to extrude it to E. And this is our Snail CAM. And it looks very similar to what we're looking at. The only thing that I'm seeing is I think the Snail CAM that I'm looking at should be bigger. So I'm going to go into my variable table. And instead of 2 inches, I'm going to call it 4 inches. And that looks much better. Great.